Hello, my name is Thea Cannon. I would like to start with a prayer, please, for protection, for my hedge of protection from Yahweh, from Yeshua, from the Ruach HaKodesh. Eyes open. Please, please, Yahweh, please. Please, Yahweh and your Elohim, please. Yahweh willing, let me be your vessel, please. Let me speak for you and say what you wish for me to say. Yahweh willing, please. Let me ignore Hashatan Satan, please. Not hearing, please. I love you. Yahweh willing. Be your vessel, please. By in the mighty Kodesh name of your Yahweh Ben Yeshua, and by the mighty Ruach HaKodesh. Yahweh willing, thank you. Sorry, I was having a bit of a laugh because I've been having that roll around in my head for the last few weeks. Why do I have to put up with Satan, Hashatan, the devil? Turns out a few people, whoever gets close to the Elohim of Yahweh, to Father, to Yeshua, has to battle with Hashatan, Satan. Yes, so much for that theory about if you're a follower of Jesus, Yeshua, that you don't get the devil and the demons. That's not true. I wish it was true. Oh, I wish it was true. Okay. So, going to pull my head and my thoughts together right now and speak for the Elohim of Yahweh. Yeah, so for the last week and that, sometimes I have no idea where I'm going with these things, but I sort of did get shown a little bit of a glimpse in an area. These are dreams. It appears that I'm going over some dreams. Before I got baptized throughout my life, give me a second. Okay, just trying to get my dog to be quiet there. Okay, so it appears I am asking Yahweh, please. Is this the area that you want me to go through? Because Hashatan wants me to do the same thing. Hearing the same thing. Are you going to use this? Sorry. Is it dreams? Do you want me to go over my dreams? Yes? Okay, I will explain what I was doing just then. When I was younger and a child, I used to hear voices. I used to hear the devil and I used to hear the Elohim, but I got confused a lot by it and didn't know what I was hearing because I was raised in a family that didn't speak about God and didn't speak about spiritual warfare and so forth. So back when I was a child, I asked Elohim to stop the voices talking to me, and if I needed to, well, I would still hear them, but I developed a way with Elohim that allowed me to seek clarification on things that I was hearing. So I would actually ask for my ears to heat up or to feel them. It was almost like I could feel something within each ear. For some reason, when I was a kid, I did right for spite and left for love. I suppose the L and the L means love. But I've stuck with that, and when Satan, the demons and so forth come at me and try to corrupt what they're telling me, or it really comes down to My belief, doesn't it? Because I may hear them, but then I'll wish to debate it, or not even debate it. I wish to break it down, because sometimes it's just, I believe it, but sometimes it's like, wow, from a human perspective, wow. Yeah. So then, the devil will start up. Are you sure that's true? Are you sure that's right? Maybe you got a bit wrong. That sounds a little bit over the top, doesn't it? And so the devil, Hashatan, gets me to doubt the Elohim, Yeshua, and Yahweh Father, and the Ruach HaKodesh in that way. So that's where, as a child, I developed this system in order to know for sure what I was being told. So I could ask questions, and if I wasn't completely sure on who was answering me, I would always default back to this way that I'd established with the Elohim of Yahweh. Yeah. So I feel it in my ears. If I ask for clarification, they will let me know. Yes or no. Because a lot of it that I hear from them, like I said, from a human perspective, it can be like, wow, are you sure that's right? I'm not meaning to doubt them. It's just it's hard to understand completely from a human perspective, being a human. Interpretations of scripture and so forth, like people throughout the generations and history have thought that they are interpreted one way to only find out that they're interpreted in a way that you never would have thought of as a human. Who are we to know the Father's ways? So then, sorry, I got deflected then, because Hashatan wants me to bring up my dreams. Yeah. See, I've had some dreams, and I don't want to be used by Hashatan Satan at all. I don't even like to pass on his words, because I don't want him in my life. I don't want anything to do with him. I just wish for Yeshua, for Yahweh, for the Ruach HaKodesh to speak for them. I'm really going under attack right now from Satan, so it's something that he does not wish for me to announce. You have to reap what you sow. Peace so. He wants me to go on about dreams, and I have got some really good dreams that I would love to tell you about that I've had throughout my life. But right now, the Elohim, Father Yahweh, and Yeshua Jesus, and the Ruach HaKodesh would like me to talk about what you reap, you sow. And this also relates to the experience that I had over the last 2-3 years. In the first year, I got shown a lot of things, and I've said previously that I really felt like I was in these places and seeing these things and being part of what I was going through at the time. So what I was going through at the time, and look, to me now, some of the things that I went through, it was like, wow, out there. But now I'm starting to see, oh, wow, so there was actually something in that. There's a lot in it, apparently. So in regards to that, one of the visions I got shown going through this whole refining process and so forth was, it was one of the world without the believers in it. Because you talk about tribulation, pre-trib, the taking of us and so forth. Well, one of these visions that I had and was being played out to me, I wasn't here on earth. I was up in some big room, and it's weird because some of the movies I've seen also were like, parts of them were like in my vision. It was weird. See, I watched that movie years ago. Wish I hadn't watched all that now. because Satan Hashem will play on that and use it to try and deceive you. One of the images I had was I was standing with Yeshua, and it almost like it looked like half a circle. I'm trying to describe it. So half a circle, and it was like a big glass case, but only half the circle on top. And we were standing around this circle. It wasn't glass, but it looked like glass. You could tell there was something there underneath it. Was a human and was the earth. And at the time, in this vision, I was allowed to have the power of the Elohim. They were allowing me to use their power to fulfill revelation, I suppose. I was like a child with a toy. I held Yeshua's hand, Jesus' hand, the whole time I was doing it. I insisted on that. I needed his help and his support while I was doing it. So in this actual vision, I seen reptilians. They were under the earth, or it was like their whole cities and that were underneath the poor suburbs of the world, and that they would come up and take the children and so forth and the people without us really knowing, because these were poor people and some of them wouldn't even be recorded in our books and so forth. So that was a vision that I was seeing. And then it was weird. There was no children on the earth at all. No children whatsoever. And it's weird because, like I said, I got to play out this role. Even though I knew that I wasn't God, it was weird. Yeshua and Father actually allowed me to have the power to see what I would do with it. Like I said, this was all playing out in my head. Now, luckily, I've been raised enough with the Bible in my head that I didn't want to hurt humans. I must say I killed all the reptilians. I actually, for some reason, was able to look through this thing and put my hands, like powerful hands, and I went under the ground and stuck my hand down into the ground. It was like a giant hand of God. I was just squashing them all. They found that quite funny because I was a bit like, ooh, yucky stuff on my hand. Yes, well, I squished them all. I went through the world squishing all the reptilians underneath the ground and turning them into like puddles. One of them. Oh, we had a few like that. They had this thing about, I think that was Satan. He kept telling me that there was 13 families and he was the head of the family and he was father, and then there was 13 levels, and I kept breaking through every level until I got to the final level, and every level it was always parents of Father, of Yeshua, were waiting to reunite with them. And then you go to the next one, and their parents and grandparents and great-grandparents. It was bizarre. I'm starting to wonder now, was that like a metaphor for the whole of everything? Like, really, when you think about it, we learn these things and it's passed down through generation and generation, and one day we're going to meet up with our great-grandparents and, and we're going to find out where we learnt everything we learnt and where it came from in our family. I'm being told yes, maybe. Yeah. Oh, well, it was a metaphor. But in regards to you reap what you sow, this one's a hard one because, we all wish to be saved, don't we? And I've been hearing people talk a lot about scriptures and so forth, and they keep saying over and over again, the people that live by the rules of Yeshua, love everyone as yourself and love Father, Yahweh with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind. So it says in scripture that those people will be okay. So this whole pre-trib, well, will we be raptured and so forth? Well, I seen us as raptured, and the thing is, when we got taken, all the children of the earth got taken. Every single child, even the children that were in their mother's womb, were taken. There was no children left at all on the world. Now, I thought that was brilliant because to me it was like the pedophiles were left on this earth with no children. Your paradise, eh? No children for you to hurt. No children at all on this earth. So, the whole theory of reap what you sow in my life, if I don't listen to them, I have to reap what I sow. It can be in regards to health, it can be in regards to relationships and so forth, because I have been shown at the beginning of a relationship, my past relationships, that that relationship wasn't right for me, but I chose not to listen because I was lonely. So therefore, I ended up living out what I was shown in the very beginning. It all ended up happening, but I believed that no, it wouldn't happen, and maybe, I don't know. They were trying to tell me that it was going to happen like that. Me thinking that I was God knew best, which I didn't. So, the whole scenario of reap what you sow. See, I believe there are a lot of good people on this earth, has been throughout history and so forth, and they really do know about the Elohim and God and Jesus, that have been pushing for it and so forth. And he says to be good, and well, look, I would if the whole world just turned around and followed them, but at the end of the day, how can you push somebody, or how can you get somebody to hear you when they love evil? When they love doing evil. And then it comes back to there are scriptures where Yahweh Father said that there will be some that will be blind to it and so forth and not wish to hear the truth. Throughout my life, when they were trying to tell me something, it's almost like I was blind to it and I didn't want to hear it myself because I thought I knew better. So I had to learn that I didn't know better, that they know best, and that I had to follow them. So then it comes back to rapture. So there are people on this earth at the moment who, we see it with the World Economic Forum and the United Nations and so forth, and all these other people who are trying to play God and trying to tell us what to do, but they're actually hypocrites, because at the end of the day, the things they tell us not to do, they're doing themselves. Hypocrites. Working for Satan, the devil, and they don't even know it. They believe that they know best. They believe that their ideas, if implemented, will bring world peace, or their own theory of world peace, which is us as their slaves working for them. So that comes back to this theory of, okay, the good people, the people that believe in Elohim and Jesus, Yeshua, and live that way, because you can't just believe it, you got to live it. They're going to be taken. And the people that want to kill their unborn children and so forth, man, if you're going to lay on a street and use a doll baby and try and kill it, what are you thinking? Are you encouraging people to go out there and kill unborn babies? Like, most of the people are fighting over a clump of cells, but you took a baby and ripped it to pieces. That's another level. Oh, far out. It's a hard one. Because I know that the children that you've aborted are all standing up there and they will forgive you. They're with Elohim, with Yahweh. They've been raised right, haven't they? The ones that enjoy evil get off on it. See, the Father in Yeshua told me ages ago that there's paths in your heart. Okay, so I got to learn to read my heart, and what I realised was that Hashtan Satan will give you paths of evil, and some people enjoy taking those paths. I'm repulsed, I'm sickened by them. I ignore them, I throw them away. Any horrible thought like that I throw away. But there are some people who hear those thoughts and follow them and enjoy them. And then they go out there and they act upon them. So this whole theory of, like, I used to hear some pastors actually say that it was okay to think of revenge in your head as long as you weren't acting it out. But that's not true, because if you're saying that, then did you ever hear Jesus, Yeshua? Because he said to even think it, you've done it. So that is a big no-no to me. And they told me, don't do that. Like, I've had moments in my life before I really, really knew what I was doing where, yeah, I'd get in my head and think of ways that I could take revenge on people and that, but it left me in a really dark place. And, it left me unhappy. I had to break free of that pattern and realise that he wasn't serving me any good. It wasn't leaving me in a better place afterwards. It would actually leave me in a really dark, horrible place, and would make even, you wouldn't trust people even less around you. So I also realised that our moods and how we feel about life and how we view life is linked to our thoughts. So sometimes we have trauma that can affect our thoughts and how we view other people and so forth, and that can be even a hard pattern to break out of, to change. But you can do it with the trust and with the help of the Elohim, of Yahweh, with Father and with Yeshua and with the Ruach HaKodesh. I learned a new saying today in Hebrew, but I can't quite remember it. I'm going to have to practice that really, really well. But it's Baruch is Yeshua. Blessed is Yeshua. Blessed is Yeshua. He was, he is, he knew the way. He knew the way. Okay, yeah, there are two things. Like Yeshua said, if you love the Father with all your heart and all your mind, and if you love your enemy as though you love yourself, yes, they are his laws for life. And if you can do that, then you are loved. If you can be a good person and love people and treat them how you wish to be treated yourself, then you're on the path to be enraptured. And as for the rapture and so forth, in one of the visions, I actually got to look down on the earth when there was no children and that. People were not happy at all. They'd lost the children that they so loved to play with, not in a good way. And they weren't happy. You should know too that I was pretending. Oh, I wasn't pretending. I was being asked to do certain things, and they'd ask me, what would you like to do with them? I actually said that for the devil and for the fallen angels and the demons and so forth, I wanted them to be turned into the children in the bellies of everyone, but to remember all their thoughts so that they would reap what they sowed. Oh, fuck. Then I got pointed out to me that people up there who'd been raptured didn't like seeing children portrayed in that way, even if it was fallen angels and demons inside the body of these children. So they all took the children away. They weren't proper children. I just made the devil and the fallen angels and the demons look like children so that they could reap what they sowed. Look, at this time too, I was being told that I was pregnant. So I may have made, because at the time I was being told that my body was going to be left here and that the devil was going to take over my body, but my new body would be waiting for me, so it didn't matter because I could leave my old body here. I didn't like the sound of that. I wanted to take my old body with me as well as get my new body. I didn't want anyone walking around in my old body. But I thought if I have to do it. Yeah, I said that the devil was apparently meant to take over my body, and the two babies, because I only had two at that time, I was going to make them Hashtan's children, and I wanted them to mash each other up in the way. I went down some paths with that. Yeah, so I don't know why I brought that up. I suppose I was letting you know I had a bit of fun with it. Not fun like that. I never seen them do anything horrible to the children. I was more happy with the thought that the world that they were creating, they would have to be the ones that would live in it and reap what they sowed. Now, I've got a sneaking suspicion that that may be coming true. That everything these bad people, evil people are setting up, we're not going to be here for it. You're setting yourselves up. Yeah. I don't know. Ooh, they're leaving that one as an unknown. Ooh, wouldn't that be a surprise? To be setting up this whole evil system to take advantage of us, and just when you have it set up, evil people, we will disappear and you get left to live with the evil people that have been following you, because they'll push for your way then, and you have to agree to it because you set it up. It is really funny when you think about it. Like, for the Elohim to allow them to set this all up, have it all set up so that it looks like they're going to win or, hurt us and all the rest of it, for us to just, woof, gone. And they're left here with all the people that believe them. Ooh, wouldn't that be funny? You reap what you sow. Ooh, I'll leave it at that. I'll finish with a prayer. Please, Elohim of Yahweh, please, would you forgive us our debts, please, as we forgive our debtors, please? Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, please. Because thine is the power and the glory forever and ever, Yahweh. Please, in the mighty Kodesh name of your Yaqid, your being, Yeshua Emmanuel, please, could you let your desires be completed, Yahweh, here on earth, as they are in the Shemayim, please, by the mighty Ruach HaKodesh, and by your mighty Mashiach, Yeshua, who is blessed, and by you, Yahweh, the mightiest of all, Yahweh, our Elohim, Yahweh, Ehad. Please, let Yahweh's desires be completed here on earth as they are in the Shemayim. I wonder what that's going to look like to the evil people of this world who love to play God, love to hurt everybody, and take enjoyment out of it. What will that look like for you? I love you all. Good night. Thank you.